Okay, this is Chapter 4, Hands-On Exercise number 5. It's the final hands-on exercise. We've worked with freezing some rows and columns, and we've worked with tables so far. Now we're going to work with conditional formatting. We are working with the March range sheet. We have already changed this from a table to a range, which is a normal spreadsheet. We've lost the ability to do the sorting and filtering across the top. We're going to make this look normal again, and then we're going to apply some conditional formatting to this. So in this module, we're going to learn about highlight cells rules, top and bottom rules, displaying data bars, and using formulas in conditional formatting. So the first thing that we want to do is make this look like a normal spreadsheet again. We're going to highlight, we're going to do, let's see, row 6, A6 through K109, and we're going to apply no fill. So we're going to go to the fill from the home tab, but we're going to apply no fill. And what it does is it's changed everything to white again. Okay? Alright, now here's what we're going to do here. We're going to apply some formatting so that when we look at the screen we can see certain records that we want to see. First thing we're going to do is come over here to salesperson first name. We're going to highlight C6 through C109. So the first thing we need is it highlighted before we can do anything else. Okay, from the home tab, the starting tab, from the home tab, we're going to hit conditional formatting. And here's the things where we get the options about how we want to format things. And we're going to do the highlight cells rules. And then it says, well, what do you want to do? Greater than, less than, in between, equal to. We want text that contains. Okay, and in the first one, it has picked up just the first name. So it says Sebastian. We could type in Jade or Ambrose or Chantal, whatever first name that we have there. And we're going to leave Sebastian in that box. And what we're going to do is we have the options of any of number of about 7 different formats, and we can even do a custom format. But we're going to do green fill with dark green text. So anytime on the screen where sales first name is Sebastian, it's going to have a green fill with dark green text. Okay? And that's our first bit of conditional formatting, and that was using text. And we did, one more time, text that contains. Okay? Now let's come over to, let's do the top and bottom rules. We'll come over to the amount column in column I. We'll highlight I6 through I109. We have to do that step first before we can do the conditional formatting. We'll do conditional formatting and top-bottom rules. Now what we want to see highlighted is the top 10 amounts. So I'm going to do top 10 items. Now it defaults to the light red fill with dark red text, and it's the top 10 amounts that are highlighted. Now what we can do is change that. What if we don't want the top 10? What if we want the top 3? Well, we can hit the down arrow and give us the top 3. What if we wanted the top 20 amounts? Well, we could hit the up arrow and it'll give us more than 10. It's called top 10 items, but we can specify how many items appear. In this case, we want it to say 3. So the top 3 amounts will appear with a light red fill with dark red text. Hit OK. Just by scrolling down, I can see, now there's 104 records, keep in mind, I can quickly find the top 3. Here's the top one, here's the second one, here's the third one. So those are the top 3 amounts using conditional formatting. Okay? Alright, let's do some more. Let's do data bars. We're going to do data bars in J6 through J109. So I'll highlight J6 through J109. I'll come to conditional formatting, and I'll do data bars. Okay, we want the purple data bar in the gradient fill section. So we're in the gradient fill at the top, and we want the purple data bar, which is the one farthest to the right on the second row. Let's click it, and let me show you what it looks like. Keep in mind that these are down payment amounts. The top down payment amount in that entire column is this one. In row 94, it's $11,972. What a data bar does is it finds the top amount and it puts a fill color 100% of the way through that top amount. And then it says compare every other amount in that column to the top amount. And what percentage of the top amount is your amount? Okay, so let's do one right here. This one is 4,200, which is about a third of the value of 11,972. Let's just call this one 12,000. We'll call this one in row 83 4,000. So 4,000 is about 1/3 of 12,000. So my data bar will be about 1/3 of the way through that particular cell. Okay, the closer to 11,972 a value is, the longer the data bar will be. Here's one that's about 7,700 in row 31, and it's well over halfway through that particular cell. So once again, the data bar, it finds the largest amount and it compares any amount in that column to the largest amount. So that's a data bar. Okay. The final one that we're going to do is using a formula in conditional formatting. We are going to work with column F, the furniture, so we'll highlight F6 through through F109. We're going to actually write a rule. So we're going to go to conditional formatting and we're going to skip all the predetermined stuff. We're going to write a rule. Okay, now we have a lot of things that we can do with our new formatting rule menu. We are going to click on this bottom option, use a formula to determine which cells to format. Format values where this formula is true. So here's what we want to do. We're going to write a formula, and it's on page 314 of the book, so I'll just go ahead and write it. It says equals and, so two things have to be true. C6 equals, in quotes, I'm sorry, Sebastian, and then a comma after the closed quote. K6 is greater than 5,000. So it's going to highlight the type of furniture in column F when the first name of the salesperson is Sebastian and the amount owed is 5,000 or more. I'm sorry, it is greater than 5,000. So we need Sebastian as the first name, greater than 5,000 owed, before it will highlight the values in column F, or the furniture column. Now, what do we want it to do? Well, we have to set the formatting down here in this preview area. So we'll go ahead and hit Format. There's a bunch of things that we're going to do each time this happens. We're going to click, from the font menu, we're going to click Bold. So every time it's Sebastian and more than 5,000 is owed, it will bold that value. We're going to go to the Border tab, which is the next tab over. We want the color arrow, and we want it to be blue accent 5. Okay, and then we want to click the outline. So it's going to outline this particular cell with blue accent 5 color. We'll go to the Fill tab, and we want blue accent 5 lighter 80%. Just click on that second one. So it will have a fill, and it will have a border color, and it will be bold. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So now, once this rule, if a value according to this rule is met, this is what the formatting will look like in that cell. And we're going to go ahead and click OK. And notice we have a few that appear on the screen. Let's verify that our rule worked. So this one says Sebastian, amount owed of greater than 5,000. That works. Here's the second one in row 65, Sebastian and 7,000 owed. And it applies the formatting that we specified. So very quickly on the screen, if I want to know which of Sebastian's records or his transactions have more than 5,000 owed, I can just quickly scroll down the screen and see those. Okay, and that's our lesson on Chapter 4, and then in this hands-on exercise number 5, conditional formatting.